Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's a very great pleasure warmly to welcome Hina Rabbani Khar to the Foreign Office today for her first official visit to Britain as the Foreign Minister of Pakistan. She and I have worked very closely together since she became Foreign Minister, indeed acting Foreign Minister last February, and then the full Foreign Minister in July. And I know from that that she is a true and firm friend to the people of the United Kingdom. And I thank her for that friendship and for coming to London this week for many events, but including for the talks we've been holding this afternoon on our enhanced strategic dialogue. This dialogue is about strengthening the practical cooperation between our countries and unlocking the abundant potential in our relationship. And the fact that we have such a dialogue is testament to the fact that this is a mature relationship between our countries, which is growing stronger all the time. And in Britain, we are committed to our relationship with Pakistan for the long term, a relationship that is long term, that is deep, that is strategic. We value its many distinctive characteristics, such as the close personal ties between hundreds of thousands of our citizens, our crucial partnership against terrorism, our important trade ties, and our unswerving commitment to Pakistan's development and to its democratic future. For all these reasons, Pakistan's future matters greatly to us, and so we will be an enduring friend to the government and people of Pakistan. The Foreign Minister and I have had warm, positive, and wide-ranging talks already. We will have some further discussions later today. We have agreed, of course, to continue our collaboration against terrorism, helping to disrupt immediate threats and tackle long-term causes. In Britain, we understand the terrible losses that terrorism has inflicted upon Pakistan, and we feel them deeply too. And I say to you again, Foreign Minister, that the people of Pakistan will always have our sympathy, our understanding, and our robust support in addressing these problems. We discussed Afghanistan, and I welcomed the Minister's recent productive visit to Kabul. It's vital that further progress is made this year to consolidate the process of transition to Afghan security control, to agree a long-term international commitment to Afghanistan beyond 2014, and to support Afghan-led efforts towards reconciliation and a lasting political settlement. All these things are vital to the long-term security of Britain and Pakistan and to the region. We reviewed the good progress towards increasing our bilateral trade to £2.5 billion by 2015, and the growing presence in Pakistan of some familiar British high street names. Britain was at the forefront of efforts to help Pakistan recover from the devastating floods in 2010. And so we welcome the WTO's very welcome decision to grant a waiver for an EU trade package for Pakistan. We look forward to its swift implementation, and we've been one of the leading countries in the world and the leading country in the European Union in championing that cause. We discussed the forthcoming elections in Pakistan and their importance to Pakistan's continued democratic development, and we wish the Pakistani people well ahead of those elections. It's a special year coming up for us as well, as we mark Her Majesty the Queen's Diamond Jubilee and prepare to host the Paralympics and the Olympics. We welcome the fact that people of Pakistan will be able to enjoy this year in so many ways with us, and it promises to be a rewarding time for our cultural and sporting ties, even glossing over the recent victory over us in the Test match cricket series. We also discussed wider foreign policy issues in the light of Pakistan's membership of the UN Security Council. We want to strengthen our working relationship with Pakistan in international bodies as its voice in world affairs grows. And I particularly thanked the Minister for the role she played in our efforts to gain a UN Security Council resolution on Syria and Pakistan's principled position on the issue, and I look forward to taking forward that cooperation. I will chair a special session of the UN Security Council on the Arab Spring in March, and we welcome Pakistan's role in that debate. I also welcome the Foreign Minister for her support for the objectives of the London Conference on Somalia this week, at which she will represent Pakistan. It's vital that our successes in combating Al-Qaeda are not undermined by allowing terrorism to gain a stronger foothold in the Horn of Africa, and that we also address the root causes of instability in Somalia. So, Foreign Ministers, I think you will have noted already on your visit to Britain, there is great interest in and lasting goodwill towards Pakistan here in Britain. Your visit is an opportunity to emphasize the ties between us, to forge a stronger relationship between our governments, and to set a clear sense of direction for the future of our relationship. And I'm confident that we are doing that. So I'm very grateful to you, and I look forward to implementing our decisions and commitments today and to working closely together as equal partners in the coming months. Thank you, and over to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Foreign Secretary. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Good afternoon to everyone. First of all, let me thank Her Majesty's government for the warm welcome that has been bestowed upon me and my delegation. We feel welcomed in London. We feel almost to be in our second home, as it is the second home to many Pakistanis around England. Secretary Hague and I met this afternoon to continue the enhanced strategic dialogue between the two countries, which was started during Prime Minister Cameron's visit to Islamabad in April last year. Just a few months from then, I think it would be safe to say that we have come a substantially long way. We have held already 2 strands of dialogues on the national security, or what we call the national security dialogue, and we attach great value to this enhanced strategic dialogue and see it as a great opportunity for Pakistan to deepen what the Secretary referred to as the already strong ties that exist between the people of UK and the people of Pakistan. The enhanced strategic dialogues helps cement our existing cooperation in a number of areas, including that of trade, of investment, of sustainable development, of regional and global security, and most importantly, that of cultural cooperation. As I tried to make the point with Foreign Secretary, there is immense soft power of Pakistan, yet unexplored by the large majority of British people. And we hope that we can, through greater cultural cooperation, expose our British friends to the soft power, the cultural power of Pakistan. It is also worth remembering Prime Minister Cameron's words on the day that this enhanced strategic dialogue was launched. He said, "Let me say without any hesitation that Britain's friendship with Pakistan is unbreakable." So let me say on behalf of our democratic government, on the behalf of President Zardari, Prime Minister Gilani, and most importantly, the people of Pakistan, that Secretary Hague, Pakistan's friendship with the United Kingdom is deep, it is anchored in mutual respect, it is unflinching, unbreakable, and irreversible. We are in Pakistan warm and welcoming, and we are in Pakistan open to old and new friends, and this is the Pakistani way, and I hope that we can nurture this and take this forward. So what is this friendship based on? The recent whitewash of the English cricket team in Dubai and Abu Dhabi notwithstanding, this friendship is based on shared history. It is based on culture, and it is based on values. And most of all, it is based on the repository of goodwill that exists between the peoples of Britain and the peoples of Pakistan. Over 1 million British citizens are of Pakistani origin. Nearly 1.5 million journeys take place between Pakistan and the United Kingdom every year. Through thick and thin, these people-to-people linkages sustain the relationship between our two countries and encourage us to go further. One of the things we sought to achieve through the enhanced strategic dialogue is greater bilateral trade. When we began last year, we kept what we thought to be an ambitious target of $2.5 billion pound sterling of trade between the two countries, and as it happens, we have already achieved the target of 1.9 billion sterling. It is almost an unknown feeling to be able to achieve trade and deficit targets, but I think we are almost on our way to be able to achieve the target that we had kept for almost 3 years from today. I'm happy today to also be able to say that we are rapidly approaching our target, as I have already said. Secretary Hague and I also spoke about additional measures that we may be able to take within this realm, including the establishment of a trade and investment roadmap for this year, continuing into many, many years to come. That I discussed with Lord Green in the morning, and I was able to share and get the endorsement of Foreign Secretary. This roadmap could potentially also be launched when Prime Minister Gilani visits London later this year. I also thanked Her Majesty's government for its support to the Pakistani case at the European Union. And this, I want to pause for a moment and highlight the value of this particular gesture that the United Kingdom led from the front within the European Union in the hearts and minds of Pakistanis. We felt that our preference for trade and not aid, which the democratic regime cried at the top of its lungs for, that Pakistan prefers to be assisted by the world for the peculiar role that it plays as a frontline state in terms of getting preferential market access and not assistance, was heard, it was recognized, and it was worked upon by the British government in the lead with the European Union. We took a few months to be able to reach the WTO waiver, but with your support, Foreign Secretary, I'm proud to say that we are very close to be able to get the we have already received the WTO waiver and get the EU trade package to benefit the people of Pakistan to create real, sustainable economic and other opportunities. The UK, together with Germany, leading from the front, as I already said, has been one of the strongest, if not the strongest, advocates for this. While we strongly prefer trade and investment over aid, let us also acknowledge the United Kingdom's humanitarian assistance during every time of Pakistan's need, starting from the earthquake of 2005, coming to the floods of 2010, and continuing to the floods of 2011. In each of these, what we have proven is the people-to-people contact that exists and the ties which are stronger than even the ties that exist between the governments of the two countries. Every time the resolve of the Pakistani people has been tested, we have found our British friends to be right behind us and to be right beside us. We also hope that in our quest to be able to get GSP plus access within the European Union, we will see what we like to call aggressive support from the United Kingdom to continue for that. Because Pakistan has repeatedly made the case that it is trade and preferential access which gives us and Pakistanis real opportunities. Of particular importance also is the fact that UK's aid portfolio to Pakistan and its support for Pakistan's government homegrown education agenda. As you may know, that despite the things that you hear about the political system in Pakistan, this democratic dispensation, with all the fights that go on between the political parties have been able to come together to congregate for the sake of national interest 3 times in 3.5 years to be able to make some important constitutional amendments in Pakistan. And one of those amendments include the right, or Pakistan are expressed by Article 25A in the 18th Amendment, which commits Pakistan to the goal of universal education. And we therefore appreciate the UK government's support of £650 over the next 4 years for this particular agenda. Ladies and gentlemen, peace, security, and stability of our brothers in Afghanistan is a goal that is very close to the heart of all Pakistanis, and especially this government. I also know that this is a goal which is very close to the heart of United Kingdom. We know that you have sent troops and lost troops, and I believe you also know that Pakistan has not only lost troops, but thousands of its civilians to try and achieve stability in Afghanistan. I want to share with you the fact that in Pakistan, 10 years from today, when Pakistan became an international partner as a frontline state, there was no suicide bomb attack, or only one suicide bomb attack pre-9/11, and after that there have been hundreds, almost lost count. So we want to make sure that we are well understood, that our goal in Afghanistan is to be able to promote whatever the Afghans choose for themselves. I had a recent visit to Kabul, which I briefed the Foreign Secretary over, and we had the honor of hosting President Karzai recently in Islamabad for a 3-day official visit. I feel very strongly that Pakistan and Afghanistan are back on track in developing strong bilateral ties, which are an important facet, or which are extremely important for all of us to be able to succeed in our common endeavors. Secretary Hague also inquired about our plans for the NATO-ISAF supply route, and I apprised the Secretary that the NATO-ISAF supply route through Pakistan had been closed by Pakistan